was a kid, my parents always leaving due to work, and I was forced to be alone at our old cabin house. But before they leave, they always tell me to follow these 3 rules. First is to lock the basement door. Second is to turn off all the lights except in my bedroom. And lastly, and the most important, is to never open my bedroom door when someone's knocking. But that day was different. I completed all my tasks that day and followed the rules perfectly. As I sleep, I heard a voice calling me.
Help me.
I didn't mind it and still went to sleep. As I was sleeping, the sound of my bedroom door woke me up. I saw a black figure standing on my bedroom door, and when I look around,
I always had this huge hatred for my best friend. I mean, she was pretty, funny, and all the beyond. I hated her, and the worst part is, she was always kind to me. We hung out all the time, and I always played off the best friend role. But it was all an act. One night, I was at her house for a sleepover. She was always fast asleep, so I set my plan in action. I went over to her bedside and hit her with a bat. After that, I carried her to my car, which I drove over to the bridge, where I dropped her down to the lake. 5 months have gone by, and I transferred to a new school. I had many friends, and I was way more prettier. One day, the teacher announced a new student in our class.
Today we have a new student in our class. This is Rachel.
I froze in fear when I saw my mom went missing 2 days ago. Me and my dad have been out in the woods searching for her.
We'll find her, kiddo.
My dad mumbled, "Please do. I miss her," I say quietly. My dad gave me a reassuring nod. We decided to part ways to speed up the search. I turn around and make my way to find my mother.
Are you okay?
I heard a voice whisper. I glance over to see my brother, looking like a complete mess. "I'm fine. You look terrible," I mumble.
Yeah, it's kind of hard moving 156 pounds.
He chuckles. "You're so weak," I grin. And we both start to laugh. Alex, Layla, and me, Ivy. We were the best trio. One day, we decided to go camping and play hide and seek in the woods. Layla was the seeker, while me and Alex were the hiders. I was trying to look for a good hiding spot. Then I came across this one tree, which had something weird next to it. Layla was done counting, so I had no choice but to hide there. While I was sitting down, I looked to my right and saw a weird-looking doll that had button eyes. I liked her, so I played with her while Layla was seeking for me. It was getting late, and Layla only found Alex, so I came out with my doll.
Ew, what is that? She looks like a monster. OMG, she's so ugly. Put her down before she gives me nightmares. No, she's my doll. I found her and I like her. Stop making fun of her. You're being dramatic, Ivy, but whatever.
Then that night, we went to bed. It was already morning by the time I woke up. I went to go wake up Layla and Alex, but they weren't in their beds. Alex and Layla were lying on the floor with button eyes.
I did a favor for you. Now you owe me your soul.
Me and Blair have been friends since we were little kids. We both said we were going to be friends forever, no matter what. In high school, she became more pretty and really popular. She always had the spotlight when we were together. One day, she told me she wanted to stop being friends with me. I asked her why she wanted to stop being friends. She told me I wasn't pretty enough to be seen with her. When school ended, I followed her home, and that was the last time she was seen. The next day, I went to school and I looked better. I finally got the attention that I wanted.
Late at night, a young girl was left home alone. While her parents went off to pick something up from their friend's house, the young girl sat in her room most of the night. While she was playing with her dolls, she heard a soft tapping on her window. She peeked out and saw a pale face staring back at her. Terrified, she closed the curtains and hid under her blankets. But the tapping continued, growing louder and more insistent. She mustered up the courage to look again, only to find the face pressed against the glass, a wide, twisted smile on its lips. She screamed. Right after her parents finally got home, they found her screaming down to them, and she was terrified to what had happened. They returned to her room. The face was gone. They assured her it was just her imagination, but she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. From that night on, she always kept her curtains tightly closed, afraid of what might lurk outside her window.
I always loved my crush Liam, but the only issue was my friend Eleanor also liked him. She was prettier than me and more popular. Me and Eleanor were walking to class when Liam presented flowers to her. I felt betrayed. Eleanor always bragged about her and Liam. I heard Liam tell her that she had the prettiest face he had ever seen. Me and Eleanor had planned a sleepover that night. When Eleanor went to sleep, I grabbed her phone and told Liam to come over. When Liam came to the door, I grabbed a knife and told him, "Well, I guess you won't be able to see that pretty face again."
Oh, someone is at the door. That's weird, no one was there. It's probably just some ding-dong ditchers. Lily, come over now, I'm so scared.
Oh my gosh, what happened? I'm on my way.
Lily, earlier I heard a knock at my door and answered it, and there was a clown. I'm not joking.
Girl, what, you're making this up? You made me come here to waste my time.
There once was this girl named Bianca, and she was very popular in her days. She was very talented, and everyone admired her beauty, and how she was so good in gymnastics, until a new girl came named Aaliyah, and everyone started to pay attention more to Aaliyah than Bianca. Then Bianca wanted to get revenge, so she told Aaliyah if she wanted to come to her house to eat wings. Then Aaliyah said this.
Oh yes, I would love to. I love wings, especially when the wings have the bones so good.
And then when Aaliyah came to Bianca's house, the lights were turned off.
I'll be right back.
Then she grabbed her axe and went downstairs to kill Aaliyah. And Bianca ate every single bone in Aaliyah's body.
I've always been afraid of the water. Not because of the creatures or the depth of the water, but the bodies I hide there.